Hi you guys, I had several requests on how I store my most used little stamps, and so I thought I would do a video on it. I've done photos on it for on my Facebook page and stuff, but I figured I would do a video. People asked me to do a video, so I am doing a video. And I have my doors and windows open because it is the first time it's in the 70s after weeks of 90s and high 80s. So if you can hear the road, I'm sorry, but I'm not shutting it. It's too nice. Anyways, let me just share what I've got. One of the ways that I store them is I cut apart all of my roller date stamps that have all the little words on them. And so I put a piece of double stick tape on the back of a CD case, and because these are not sticky anymore, they have like a cloth backing to them. That way I can store them and they stick down, but then I can just put them on my block that I also have a piece of double stick tape on. And that's how I use my most used roller date stamps. They're not dates, they're all the little words and stuff. But that's one of the ways. And then I just store the extras with their casings, so I know which one's which and what's in what. And so that's how I store those. The most requested one though was how I do store my address stamps. And what I did was I got these cases. They're the photo cases. You can pick them up at pretty much anywhere. They're the Iris photo cases. You can pick them up individually in sets of 10, and then I think there's a great big one that's sets of 20. They're not real expensive. And of course, if you get them at like Michael's or Joann's or something, you're going to get them on sale because you're going to use a coupon, right? Anyways, what I do is I just take them out of their packaging, you know, the plastic packaging, but I leave them on their plastic backers. I adhere them to the lid and the bottom one that holds most sets of stamps. These are the 4x6 photo cases, and I just took some double stick tape. I used my ATG gun and I stuck them in, and then I hooked little tabs to the protective sheet so that I could take them on and off when I wanted to take a sticker off, or a stamp off. Otherwise they're protected in the cases this way. So I can just pull off what I want. The nice part is I can just flip it over to see what stamp I want. Okay, I want that stamp. So I just pull it off, go stamping. The other cool thing about this, now if you have a ton of these, obviously this would be a little much. This is for the ones I use the most. So the nice thing about this is that there's enough room with 2 sets of stamps hooked in here to put a full-size ink pad and a stamping block, and you can take it with you to go. As the plastic becomes less and less sticky, you know how these don't stick as well, or the stamps don't stick as well, the nice part is if anything falls off, it falls off into the case and you don't lose it. So that's how I do that. And I do it with, these are like the little itty bitty tiny Marion Smith ones. And it's the same basic thing. I have some stamp pads in here. I have 2 of her sets. They're adhered in the plastic. And so I can see what I want, and I can just lift the pad, grab the stamp I want, and go. And again, there's enough room to hold stamp pads in there. And then lastly, these are Sweet Stamp Shop stamps. I haven't found any stamps that don't fit in this that come in these little ones. The Marion Smith ones, this is Basic Gray, I think. This one was a Kaiser Craft one. They all seem to fit without any trimming or anything in them. These are the Sweet Stamp Shop stamps. There's 2 of them per side, so there's a total of 4 sets in here. And so again, you can just keep a block and your ink pads in there or whatever you want. Pens also, I don't think I have a pen. You know, you can get the stamping pen, and they all fit. You could have your like American Crafts stamp pins could go in there, and you could travel with them and you don't lose anything. So that is my idea for that. Again, the CD cases also work. I find that this works better because all of the printing, you can see all the printing, but this also works for the roller date stamps. So anyways, quickie. That's how I store my little tiny stamps so I don't lose any of them. And my most used ones, I use these all the time. So not the Sweet Stamp Shop ones so much, but the Marianne Smith ones and my date ones I use the most. And it works great. I haven't had any problems with them, and you can put them back in those little cases so you'd have a whole stack of them. And you could label them, and you could do all kinds of stuff with it. But hope that helps some of you with keeping track of your little tiny stamps. Have a great day. See you in the next video. Bye now.